Welcome to Smoky Mountain Taco. Today we are going to be installing the Screen Protect film over your infotainment system, over your environmental controls, over your gear shift selector indicator, your 4x4 selector indicator, and your dash. I have to say, after installing Screen Protect, I have no glare whatsoever on my infotainment system. No glare on my dash. Absolutely zero. I am extremely impressed with these guys. Full disclosure, they did send this out to me to try out, and I'm glad I tried it out because I had a cheap $20 Amazon screen protector on here before. I had glare, I had bubbles everywhere, and that was after about a month of having it on, and it looked terrible. And with this, I see the difference. I really hope this video and this camera can really capture what this truly looks like, because sitting in the sun before like this, I would have glare all over the place on this huge screen Toyota put in for us. But with this, no glare, and the clarity is unbelievable. I highly recommend you go get this and go put it on your make and model. This is a 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter. And so I've got environmental controls, I've got heating and cooling on the seats. It's obviously a 4x4, then you got the gear shift selector, and then the electronic dash up here. I'm extremely impressed with these guys. Go check them out. They're at screenprotect.com. I'll put a link to all their socials in the description. It comes with a QR code on the end over here, and even before you open it, so you can get an installation instruction. But we are going to install it. I'm going to show you how to. It's super easy to install, and you won't need any tools in this. It comes with everything you need. Let's do this. So opening up the container here, and you'll see you got a QR code over here on the side and a QR code up here at top for installation instructions. And you're going to get a microfiber towel, which is pretty high quality right off the bat. And you got a spray bottle with soap already inside. So all you have to do is add water to this, and you've got a slip solution in order to do the install. That's the only thing you'll have to prep for installation other than cleaning. And then inside is the film itself, and you'll get 2 of each with this kit. And of course you get the squeegee. You'll get 2 of each. So this is for the environmental controls and the gear shift selector indicator and the 4x4 selector indicator. And this also includes the heated and cooled seats as well. And this is for the dash electronic display. This is for the massive 14-inch head unit for the 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter. And like I said, you get 2 of each of these, and in case you mess up, you got a backup. So a couple of notes before we install. You want to check and remove all OEM film from surfaces before applying. You need to remove them. And depending on your environmental conditions, if you got hot weather, the screens must be cooled to the touch before the install. And then after the install, you need to park the vehicle out of direct sunlight for about 24 hours. And if it's in extreme temperatures, leave the windows cracked after the installation. If you're doing this in cold weather, warm the inside of the vehicle up. 70 degrees is ideal. Turn off fans before the installations, and try to also keep the film at room temperature to allow more flexibility and conformity. So one thing you're going to have to do with the driver display is you're going to have to tuck this under the bezel. So I'll show you how to do that. And moisture bubbles and haziness are normal, but they should go away after 3 days. Do this during daylight hours, and before you start, clean everything thoroughly. What I did, and you'll see me doing this in the install, is that I simply just cleaned it with this. Fill this up with water, spray it, wipe it down with this towel. So if you see small creases or divots in the film shipment, the film itself is fine. The blemishes disappear once the film is cured. I didn't notice anything when I did the install. Everything went fine. There was nothing, there was no creases or anything like that, blemishes. So one thing you also want to do is when you apply the film, spray it down on the surface first, and then when you peel the backing off, spray the back, and be liberal with it. Extremely generous. Don't think you're overdoing it on spraying it down. You are helping yourself more than anything else. And the other thing is, have patience, go slow, just take your time, and everything will be just great. And then one thing Screen Protect says is to save your installation supplies. They can send out replacement film at a greater discounted rate if you still have your install supplies. So don't throw this away. And I would keep this anyway. This cloth here is great quality. I just keep it around just to keep things clean. So now let's get to the install. Let's do this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is fill this up with water. It's already pre-filled with soap, and I can only assume it's baby soap. What that is a already predetermined ratio for a slip solution to do the install. Makes it super easy. So the first thing you want to do is clean off your head unit. Get it really nice, good and clean, then spray some of the solution on there to kind of get it moist. And be liberal with it. And then spray the back of the film, and then place it on the screen and line it up at the top. And then use the squeegee and just gradually, slowly make your way down. And before you know it, it'll be on and it'll look great. Almost done. Let's finish up. You can see here the film that's covering this, so let's go ahead and do that, because I have not even removed it yet. Here we go. This is just like removing the screen off a new cell phone. Nice. And then I don't think there's anything on that one. So let's clean this up. And if you do mess up, that's okay. They give you a backup, which I absolutely love. Let's go ahead and get that particular piece. So it is this one right here. Let's go ahead and get our gear shift selector display. Take that off. Let's lay that down on there. You should just be able to wiggle it around. Let's get our squeegee they supplied for us, and let's just get that off. It's not that difficult. Do one more time on that. All right, that's pretty good. All right, let's get this one. That'll be the smaller one here. Get this side of it too. Perfect. Squeegee that out. Let's take that, let's dry that up. So next, let's get our environmental controls. So what we'll do is we'll get these circles first. This is for the temperature control. Let's get the back side of this. And we'll just slip and slide everywhere, but it should. Squeegee that out. And then it'll dry, give it some time, and it will lock in place. All right, let's do this one. These are kind of easy compared to the screen. Let's get the main environmental display right here. So let's get the backing. Let's get our squeegee. Perfect. All right, so now we got the heat and cooling on the seats on the passenger and driver side. Let's go ahead and spray those down. Let's get the passenger side first. Just place that along this side over here, and it should just go right over it really easy. Let's get this back corner lined up with the top and the left side over here. Let's get our squeegee. Real easy on that one. Now let's get our cooling. That was for the heating. Let's get it for the cooling. All right, that's good. I don't think I could be a doctor. I think that's good to go. It's got some good adhesive action going on there. So now let's get the driver's side. Perfect. Sorry, that's cooling. Spray the cooling down for the seat. Spray on the back. There we go. All right, take a few swabs at it with a squeegee, get the air bubbles out, and there shouldn't be any on those smaller ones. All right, let's dry that off. Then we'll let it drop on its own. And next, we do the dash display. It's definitely going to be this one, and I really like the fact that they give you two. So according to instructions, we will have to put it down around here and tuck it into the bezel. So let's clean this off, and let's just get that moist. It looks like it will go up in this direction. So you can see this angled edge here. Let's go ahead and take the film off. Really feels like paint protection film. Let's get that on there so we'll be able to put it on and adjust it with ease. So let's put that just a little bit above, then we'll tuck it in up here at the top. Just like that. That works. There we go. That's looking great. And tuck that in there under the bezel. The squeegee works great too. I tell you, Screen Protect did a really great job on this whole process. And I'm convinced, just from the install and no glare on the infotainment screen here, that this is 100% spot on. So now, let me spray the top of this and we'll wipe it down. All right, let's start this up and let's see what it looks like. So after installing Screen Protect, I'm extremely impressed. I have no glare on the infotainment system, where before I had lots of glare. I have no glare on the dash up here. I've got great protection on my environmental controls, including the heating and cooling on the passenger and driver side seats. And I also have great protection on the gear shift indicator right here, and also my 4x4 selector. So I'm extremely impressed. Thank you for Screen Protect for sending this out, and I encourage everyone to go get it. If you don't want any glare on your infotainment system or any make, model of car or truck, and this is a 2025 Toyota Tacoma Trailhunter, and I'm loving this. I am so glad that I put this on. This is awesome. If you like that video, be sure to subscribe, share, like, and hit that notification bell, and we will see you next time.